The sun rose over the wide Wyoming plains, stretching long golden fingers across the hills where the grass shivered in the early morning wind. Dust hung in the air, swirling in lazy spirals as the ranch hands moved about their chores. The world still half asleep except for the restless cattle and the crows, perched along the corral fences. Life on the frontier had a rhythm, hard, slow, and lonely. It was the kind of land that carved a man hollow or filled him with quiet purpose. For Eli Carver, the man who owned the far-stretching Cedar Creek Ranch, it had done both. He had built his ranch with his bare hands, worked the soil, branded the cattle, fought the droughts, and buried his hopes under the same dirt that grew his grass. His wife had died 5 years back, leaving behind a silence so heavy that even the horses seemed to feel it. He lived with his memories, his animals, and the ghosts of love that had long stopped visiting his bed. In the nearby town of Windmill Crossing, life was no gentler. Folks lived by talk more than truth, and when someone fell on hard times, gossip cut deeper than hunger. That's where Clara Mayfield lived, or rather, existed. Once a proud rancher's wife herself, she'd buried her husband. After a fever took him and the debts swallowed their land, the townspeople whispered behind her back, calling her the fat widow when they thought she couldn't hear, saying her husband's bad luck had followed her. She had nowhere to go and nothing left but the old red shawl he'd bought her at the county fair. She washed dishes at the tavern, mended clothes, and took odd jobs just to keep a roof over her head in the tiny room above the feed store. When word spread that old Eli Carver needed help at his ranch, someone to cook, clean and tend the pigs, the town women smirked. "Send the widow," one of them said with a cruel laugh. "She's strong enough to handle pigs," another added. "At least pigs don't care what she looks like." The men laughed too, and though Clara's cheeks burned, she lifted her chin and said she'd go. Pride wouldn't feed her, but work might. So, with a small bundle of clothes and her red shawl around her shoulders, she took the long road toward the Carver Ranch, walking because she couldn't afford the stagecoach fare.